Hmm. What up? Everything's working. Seems like it. Microphone seems to be coming through. Close this. It doesn't seem like I can get Caster Labs to connect to Twitch. We will try relaunching it. Worst case scenario, we don't use it. StreamerBot is connected, so I can do quick hello everyone and have that go through. Cool. And now Caffeinated did connect. Perfect. Okay. Things are working. We're back in Final Fantasy XVI. We are just gonna go through, play the game, enjoy it. I don't think there's any updates or anything for the channel that I need to talk about. I know I haven't done any of those daytime streams that I mentioned. I just haven't found myself with the energy to do them, honestly. It's really all it is. But I want to at least try to get some stuff done, especially in the other games that we stream. I definitely want to stream all of the Dawn Trail campaign, and that is not going to happen on a weekly basis like this, where like we do it every week until it's done, because then like I won't get any progress done in Dawn Trail at all until like 4 months from now. So definitely going to be considering doing something with that sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, I have no water in here, but I'll worry about water in a while. Okay. For now, I think we are good to go and get started. Huh. Oh. I at least have a drink. Granted, it's not very healthy for you, but I have some Sunny D here. Pure sugar. I'm missing something off of my desk, but I'll just have to look for it later. Are we ready to begin with our side questing journey of the day? I want to say yes. So let's do it. All right. The game is so quiet. And it's quiet for me too. I think that needs to be turned up for me to be able to hear it. All right, we have 3 side quests to pick up here, unfortunately, or turn in. I'm not sure. If I'm going to be wholly honest.
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen herself.
Torgle. But this is a follow-up. Hey, boy.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there?
Poor Torgle.
Never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago.
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
You want to go pay Sid a
Go
visit?
with you somewhere.
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Come on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Where to, indeed. He just went over there. Torgal.
Right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint
Just
for
a
me?
little.
Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria.
Hmm?
Why don't we try the rookery?
Why don't we?
I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Okay. And then this is the conversation with Joshua.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us.
That we do.
And know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the duchy, and Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill?
To see the snow daisies, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him.
Okay.
When he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill
Oh,
have
man.
finished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remained
That is
as it
true.
was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
Should scout it in general.
We should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left.
That's not a bad idea.
What would you do without me, Clive?
Want to just drop this the tiniest amount. That should be good. And it looks like Vivian, is that her name? Has to talk to us about something.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be
Hmm.
easy.
I'm looking for a
Are you
book.
sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind.
true.
Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but
Hmm.
perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
Why?
Did you say so?
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you, but this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Okay. Got it. Important book. We understand. I'm just annoyed that I'm doing back and forths. I wasn't trying to talk to you, my guy. Just trying to hop. Hop, hop, hop.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Yep.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
What is an executor?
Coveters of secrets.
Oh.
A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known.
That's
So rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my
Speculate
hunch was
away.
doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond.
okay.
Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Okay. So another thing taking us to Waloed, and that's all the green gone from our little corner here. I suppose we'll start. Last time we started all the way up in the north and worked our way south. This time we're going to start in the west and work our way east. since we have plenty to do. Plus, I want to do Torgal's thing first, because maybe it'll do something to make him stronger. You know?
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure. We won't be long. Hop in, boy.
Interesting. So it's a me and Torgal adventure.
This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right
Sure.
through those trees. Come on.
What is a rookery again? Doesn't it have to do with birds?
I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
That's cute. Little tree house.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps.
No. No use beating yourself up.
Easy, boy. This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
You would have just been a pup.
My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting.
It's very heartwarming.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Another curiosity. Where are you leading me now, boy?
Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
Okay. Look at the view. Oh, that's very pretty.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow.
Definitely not.
Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Okay. Increase Torgal's attack potency. And that it? He doesn't get like new abilities unlocked. Fair enough.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Are we? Okay. Hawkscry Cliff then. For our next one. What is this? Confused. Is it right here? There was a place here this entire time? No snow lily.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Snow daisies.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. You, or
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
someone at the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't even know that this little offshoot was here. World map. Let's go to Dalamil Inn. We have things to do here. Oh, you're still here.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace, and if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I
So
can
you
think
want me
of
to
only
take them
one
to the
place where
hideaway?
They are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The hideaway.
Of course.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another.
True.
The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else.
Sounds good. I mean, I could always go head off the Akashic myself. You know, being almost deity powered icon.
Listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate. How long do we have until these Akashic arrive, do you think?
What's the commotion?
That snake spitting his lies again by the sound of it.
Ugh.
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now. And they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
So stupid.
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had
These
not been
people are so
unmasked,
stupid.
He may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
Cool.
You may not trust me. But for the sake of your people, ask yourself if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
Cool.
You're making a mistake.
I hope the two of them die. Straight up.
Clive, if our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Furder.
Evacuate. Know your place, bearer.
So stupid.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
I'm assuming he's over here. There he is.
Lord Furder.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted.
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support, but I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor, I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need, and Blue Boy is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
Are they attacking him?
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat. They don't sleep. They don't tire. And they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
God, these people are stupid.
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
If
You should run!
his kind wanted to claim Dalamil, they wouldn't need you to move. They could have just taken you out with magic. Come on, Clive. Will you step in already?
Someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him!
And you hit the children, you idiots.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
Yeah.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Literally. The only reason you guys are alive. No, forget you guys. Forget your shallow apologies.
We have heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
They're not his.
We won't run, but we will fight.
Ugh. You're both jokes.
All right, then.
Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Okay.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy.
All right.
The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage, and they are utterly unpredictable.
True.
The bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And
Alrighty.
as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs.
Got it.
Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor, and the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well.
Where do I fit into this?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws. Cheratina itself, main host, is most likely still there. And Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's save these pompous fools who couldn't see past themselves. Me personally, yeah, curse breakers. Me personally, were I to have written this quest, I would have definitely had some form of sacrifice.
The flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
Some sort of like price to the village's foolishness.
We can't leave a single one alive. Let there be light!
Because those fools should not have been able to just get off scot-free for acting the way they did and disowning the most like beloved person in their town just because of the fact that, you know, they were a bearer. The whole classism that they have going on is just absolutely ridiculous. It's actually kind of nice that I played Elden Ring so much these last couple days because, what's it called? The dodge button is the same, so I haven't had to second guess my button inputs. There we go. Because, you know, Neo's button is different.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
Yeah, ostracize the one guy who's friends with the demigod who can solve your problems. Fools, a lot of them.
Find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated, and we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it.
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
No.
We did. And for that we are truly
stupid.
We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see.
Twice.
But I will only accept your
Probably many more
proposal
times than
on
that.
2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start.
True.
Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
Very smart.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We
So
agree
close.
to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted.
At least Lubor has
It seems
sense.
my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
That's funny. Don't mind me dying. That's normal.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader.
I mean,
For everything.
that's what we can expect, my guy.
Lubo, about the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you
Wonderful.
will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalimil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
For real, though. I've done a little bit too much for this place. And then it'll turn out that both of the children are bearers as well. Because that's how it is. That's how it'll go. Okay. We are going to take a quick break. Let's say like 5 after we'll be back. But quick break. I'm going to go get some water and just stretch for a minute. So we'll be back at 5 after the hour. So in about 7 minutes, okay? I'll see you soon. All right. Back. I guess our next spot is a hideaway, since we said we were going west to east.
Let's hope one. The gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
We have to go all the way to the top, right? Yeah. Yep.
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen ourselves.
Dum 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 dum.
This should tide us over until the new moon.
Frederica?
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Preferably.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Man's Hill is gone.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, so I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
All right. Nice little pit stop. And it helps because it's continuing our journey eastward. This is our Cursebreaker quest.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
Yep.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
Who would that be?
Gav.
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's savior, just like Gav was mine.
Hey, that's definitely something to aspire to.
You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine Cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Are we sure about this?
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Shouldn't be too hard. Where's the chocobo? There we go. All right, through the gate, up the hill.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
Did you do?
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Sorry, Ember. Sorry, quite a bit. Because you're definitely not passing your little field assignment here. But the wombo combo, it's here for you, Mud. Got me a dragon talon from that.
Ember, are you... Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Not before I open this. Shabam. It's a fancy little fortified tower. Can't go inside it, can I? That's unfortunate. Was really funny though.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid.
Must have ran off.
A nervous streak, but he seemed
the right man for the... I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. He did it all on his own.
It's funny.
Sid,
he did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
He's a cut short of Gav, because Gav would have fought.
The garrison said they take another 100 of the rich box.
And now might I help the garrison?
He's just a little cut short. But I like his moxie. I like that he just popped in and he was like, "You mean this logbook, eh?"
Do be careful.
I will.
Good girl.
What is that over there? Because, like, that's where the other crystal was. So what's that? That would be somewhere over here. We don't have a location over there. Unless that's meant to be the other coastal point that faces. Unless that's meant to be this. Maybe. I don't think so.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
This way? Are those the flowers we want? Maybe. Lorgan, are we playing WoW?
I do. The flowers and our friends.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like we're done.
What do you see, boy?
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Let's do this. Come at me, bro. Come on. There you go. Lasery boy. What are we at? Whatever. I'm using it anyway. Well, that works. Just stand there for a minute. I could probably make my combo more wombo-y if I replaced the
It's harder than I expected.
what's it called? My R1 ability with Bahamut with something stronger, but
Found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
that they are.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
Ooh, will it cutscene me straight to her? Because if so, I'll complete it right now. Okay. Let's do it.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you.
And I'll head into that other quest.
You and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Maybe we would. Look at his smirk. Yeah, Clive, you go.
There's something about it.
You should have seen him.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
I would say yes.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril.
Truth.
All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my
I'm
days
sure
and
he'll
nights in a
die.
pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
Couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
No forgiving necessary.
Things really do these days, but that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation.
True.
Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Yeah, Ember wasn't that bad, you know. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Let's go. And we got a breath of lightning. Cool. All right. Really? No. Is it Ember? No, it's Gav. Hey, Gav.
You all right?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Guess we're helping Gav.
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Of course not.
Not just that.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught luckier in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing.
Okay.
I try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose arse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Okay. Let's go talk to Jill. Jill. Hello.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
Let's see what he makes of this.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted.
Well, of course not.
I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
Okay.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Aw, Torgal. To make a crown.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come.
I mean, yeah, kind of, except in this messed up world we've made.
That you would always come for me.
Called that he would.
And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know.
Hopefully alive.
Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small.
Kind of is.
I need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Aww, look at him go. That's what we've been pining for.
As much good it gardens. But it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
You wear it, fool.
Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
Oh, how cute. That was a nice one.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Awesome. Huh. Reduce diamond dust cooldown by 7.5 seconds. Shiva's kiss. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So now we have our guaranteed four-person party. Let's move on east. I'll go back to Martha's later. Let's see. We have multiple things to do here, don't we? But I guess we've just got the one right here, and then we'll need to pop up north. Cool. All right. So we got to go out of town in this direction. Oh, not what I wanted. Gotta go through this little side passage here to that door that we couldn't open before.
Might this be Nickelberg?
Uh-oh. Oh. I thought the two people on their knees were being punished.
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least.
I mean, they've got the fallen ruins protecting them, don't they?
What is going on here?
Ah. Did you too heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
Elaborate a little, my guy.
To perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed.
King Barnabas is dead.
Is that altar where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Okay.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arm.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
For now, we'll see about that, won't we?
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you, Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken?
You have the right of it.
And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter.
Okay.
I've seen them at their prayers. Have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before.
Okay.
Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Savior's light.
Kind of hard when I've gotten rid of their savior.
Their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him with all of their beings. I too swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this, it is different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See people safe, that they might achieve their dream, that they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become Akashic. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what.
And the town is flooded.
Beneath the flood. Oh no, there must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready.
Jill's with me too, right? Yeah, she is. Okay. There. Do one of these. Hey, pal.
What now?
Hello.
We meet again. I've killed your kind before.
Booyah. Ow. Wait. I was gonna rush in, but I didn't feel like getting exploded on. There we go. And we don't have the wombo-iest of combos, but we've got enough to do a considerable amount of damage. Nope. Oh yeah. No. Don't accept. Ow. I didn't even know I dodged an attack there. Rude. Fine. Fine. We almost got you. Oh man. All right. Big combo. Big combo. Pretty sure he's dead from this. Yeah. Okay. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get past this Phoenix attack with what we've got out on the field at the moment. Don't think it's gonna happen. Okay.
Damn it.
And there goes the third chair.
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me. I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation.
Come on, we've got Joshua with us.
By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord.
Oh, they're turning.
When the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in, a duty to serve, was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not.
Them becoming Akashic means I have to fight them, though. Come on.
My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Sure. Why not?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Are they? I don't know. Nothing about that felt correct.
They are saved. Founder, I should get this report to Cyril.
Buy 2 more potions while I'm here.
Are you buying or selling?
Buying, thank you.
Anything else?
No, nothing else necessary.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I
Well.
met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Stained with his blood.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Fine.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
That is what we're doing.
Ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith.
Isn't that the kid from Dalamil?
Not how misguided
Excuse me.
others might judge one's decision to be. Only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them. We protect them. And yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
Better or worse.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will. The ultimate expression of it.
You're not wrong.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril.
Obviously, we're not okay with it.
Who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course, I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success, and were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Okay. Oh, we don't get to learn his name? Come on. Another orichalcum. What's his name? Hey, we got a trophy. I'll collect 6 signboards. Okay. I thought it was related to that specific quest since it said something about opening the mind. Okay, we got 3 more to do, and then we'll hit up Martha's Vineyard. We have a quest right up here.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmundark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik.
Sure. Sorry, had a little nose itch there. Balmung. Reaper over there. Beam, 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 beam. What is this? This is that prison she was talking about? Yep.
None manning the gates. No, it's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Alrighty. Poor Chadwick.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? But
huh?
Locked up tight.
Why would it give me the option to use a key I don't have? I see you. I see you. Inspecting. Ooh. The Kingdom of Waloed hereby designates this facility a prison for the detainment of bearers, both foreign and domestic. The purpose of this facility is to rear and train a Kuza beast for deployment in the field. The aforementioned purpose is a matter of strictest secrecy, and any mention thereof is to be punishable by death. Captive bearers have been provided solely for the pursuit of the aforementioned purpose. Express permission is required for use of bearers in any other capacity.
This place was no ordinary prison, and I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
So what you're saying is we're gonna have a big old beastie to fight. Is this gonna hit them all? Yeah. Cool. Did it. Recommendation concerning Kuza beast deployment. The Kuza has long been recognized as an especially aggressive species. This being the case, it was hoped that successful deployment on the battlefield might be a means of inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. In exercises conducted thus far, however, the beast has proven incapable of distinguishing between allied and enemy combatants. As such, deployment alongside regular troops is not recommended. It is proposed instead that bearer captives be employed in order to draw enemy focus, and the beast then driven into the fray in order to achieve maximum benefit with minimal loss of Walooder lives.
Minimal loss of Walooder lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers?
That's rough.
Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Well, because the Imperials use them as slaves, so it's not much of a better argument. Memorandum on Kuza beast feeding. Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza entrusted to our care. Fortunately, the creature was observed to kill and consume bearers. Assigned to fight beside it in a mock battle conducted as part of his training. The beast was further observed to enter a state of visible contentment upon feeding this way, suggesting that live bearers may even be its preferred source of sustenance. While this behavior is unexpected, it is not unwelcome. Bearers no longer of use for training purposes can now be repurposed as required.
Bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared.
Come on, my guy. Let me throw.
Down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
There were stairs right here, right? Yeah. Oh, and a chest. Yo. It's over here. Can't talk to her because I'm in battle. Oh, man. Get out of here. Fool. Okay. Doris.
No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been reading some of these documents and it can't be true, can it?
Seems like it.
Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse.
Like cattle.
Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits. And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of.
Oh, she didn't find one of those. They were fed to it.
It means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Wouldn't you know it? I know a place where I could use a key.
Downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right.
Didn't we tell her not to come downstairs because it's more flooded? Now we're saying, meet me downstairs. Like, come on, Clive. You're a little bit smarter than that. I don't think I care about any of these guys. But I can't open the door. Just gonna snipe him from here. Or at least try to. Okay, there we go. There we go. Can I not jump over this wall? There we go. Open the door. Come on, Clive.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Yeah, let's. Well, we'll definitely be fighting the big beastie out there. That's for certain.
A survivor. And she sounds close.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them.
Not survivors.
Someone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is
Of course he did.
He opened your cell, didn't he? You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
All right.
Monster's back. Chadwick.
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
Sure.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let
Is
it
it
live.
a behemoth?
Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
I guess it is. It's a slightly fancier behemoth. Of course it is a mark.
Beast will
My
wreak
God.
havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Yeah, don't mind me. I suppose it makes sense because, like, we got attacked by that other behemoth. It was definitely like in the what's it called? Control of Odin. So come on. I knew we could dodge. Just needed, you know, the game to remember we could dodge, because I've been pressing the button. Whoop, pressed it too early. Again. Ow. I'm over here talking about wombo combos, and I'm getting wombo comboed. Welcome wealth. Oop. Nope. Got the stagger. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. It works, but not what I was trying to do at all. All right. And we'll fit a judgment bolt in here. Almost got the 100K, but didn't matter. Ah, man. What do we get for taking this guy out? A behemoth shackle. Okay. Fair enough.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
Negative.
Fine. I think.
She sees him. No? Oh.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
He couldn't just be alive, huh?
We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
Come on, Chadwick. Why'd you have to do us like that? Why couldn't you have survived? Poor fool. But she's going to read the diary, and it's going to be talking about the whole, I did this for her. Doris. Doris, I love you.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks.
That's good.
Thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Ida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have
That's
met him.
good.
I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master.
Yeah.
She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder.
She sucked.
But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do.
Okay.
And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of
would they?
training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Ida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles.
True.
And the curse breakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Quest complete. Shazamo. All right. Do we have anything at the Patron's Whisper?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are.
Boom. Mine. And
Yours.
mine. Careful Whisper. Obtain all available items. But
Come again.
there's still more to do. It's unfortunate. We still have more stuff to do. Is there anything left here? There's one mark left on the board. The Masterless Marauder. The Waluder army captured such beasts and tried to train them to serve, but this particular specimen's training has long since ceased. Whether its captors turned to Kashyyyk with the rest of their comrades or were eaten by their pet when it broke free from its bonds, we shall never know. All we know is there are none left alive who knows the words to put an end to its rampage. Only a show of force will suffice. Waluder army, so it's somewhere in Ash. I wonder where. Maybe we'll find it here. Let's go investigate. Is this just it right here? Just another behemoth. Seems like it. Behemoth King. Okay.
Another of the royalist guard dogs. Quite a specimen it is too. Nice try.
This one's gonna have to be womboed hard. Cool. Ow. Four horsemen. Interesting. Whoa. What? Dude had portals for turrets. The heck is that? Probably should have restocked on potions before coming to this fight. Dang thing's out of control. Oh, here it goes again. Yeah, no, four horsemen opens up the portals. I can't get that dodge right. I've tried multiple times. I just don't know how to dodge the tail swipe properly. Okay. We're gonna wombo his combo. The wombo combo is only doing like a third of his health. Dang. That was not even a third. We did like a quarter of his health. No, thank you. Rain, what? But somehow I'm able to dodge that. Without issue. Makes sense of that. Did I just parry him? No. We got him to have his bar. What? Apparently I didn't dodge that one properly. Come at me, bro. Thought I dodged. Apocalypse. What the I'm sorry, what? I'm gonna wombo your combo again, my guy. Because it's the only thing I know how to do at this point. Oh, let me break. That was stupid for how much that took to do. Are you kidding me?
No match for you, I told you.
Wow. And I have like one potion, one high potion left. That was something else, is all I can say. Let's investigate.
The entire village looks abandoned.
It does.
Which house would a bookworm live in?
Free potion? Please? Yeah. Another one over here? Please? Ah, 20 gil. That's not even enough to buy a potion. Oh, man. Hello. Royal Intelligencer Training Report. In the wake of the tragic fire at Caer Norvent in 873 V and the subsequent depletion of our most highly practiced intelligencers, all mainland strongholds were instructed to redouble training in clandestine maneuvers, improvised weaponry, and assassination techniques, and dispatch promising volunteers to Stonehere for inspection. This report details progress made by the stronghold at Garnick for reinvigorating Waloed's ranks of esteemed intelligencers.
This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks?
Okay. A complete botany of Banes. I cannot say that word. Etaphotida, or tail of wyvern. White of flower and black of root, the latter of which gives out an inky gall when cut or crushed. The tribesmen of Northern Storm prick their skin with oaken needles soaked in such, drawing curious patterns about their arms and legs in honor of their heathen gods. The gall is passing toxicant, that a single drop taken by mouth may result in cramps most painful for 5 days and 5 nights, or if applied to a wound, certain death. Should a slip of the needle end a young warrior's life, it is said that his skin print failed to find favor among the heavens. So, poisonous tattoos.
His interests were certainly varied.
Chapter 16, The Fall of the Bearers. The emergence of the first magic adepts was widely heralded as gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which the gift came to be commonly known is most likely a contraction of bearer of the heavenly blessing, the wording used by the tribunes of the time. Those born with the blessing were lauded as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status as chosen ones. Over the years, this reverence for their kind would become a full-fledged religion led by the bearers themselves, a development that would prove fateful. The diverse nations of the time were unanimous of their disapproval of the founding of the church. While the authorities had for years welcomed bearers into positions of power in their own structures of state, they were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, and breaking up meeting by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist this persecution, yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever-increasing bloodshed and rancor, and a growing rift between those born with the blessing and without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the twins for nigh a generation and decimated the population of men and bearers both, the deluge of blood that stained the land crimson and left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Valestian people. After the bearers' last resistance was crushed, the nations of Valestia came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. It is a well-known phrase, bearers are other than human, has its roots in the bitter war of the years before, being the unblessed's only excuse for their calamitous refusal to allow the blessed to decide their own destinies.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Let's read this real quick. The folklorist fabulary. No spirit or sprite appears more often in Valestian folktales than the humble Moogle. Though they are occasionally painted as mischievous souls akin to pixies or imps, most stories depict them as clumsy yet congenial spirits who delight in helping mankind with their daily labors. They are said to have sweet tooths, leading to the common superstition that one must not leave cakes or other sweetmeats uncovered overnight, lest remain but crumbs come morning. In appearance, they are described as being covered head to toe in soft white fur, excepting the small dark wings by which they are somehow able to take flight and the brightly covered pom-poms that protrude from the tops of their heads. And yet, there is one detail regarding the Moogle that most find more remarkable than even the orb atop its brow. The fact that the creatures actually exist. Preposterous, I hear you cry. Everybody knows that Moogles are the stuff of legend. I quite agree, but every legend has its basis in truth, and in the case of the Moogle, the fact may be not so dissimilar to the fiction. Ancient bestiaries list the white mole whose feet do not touch the ground among the beasts of the realm. In the illustration beside the name, white is none other than the Moogle. Of course, it is true that the creatures are not known to still survive in the twins in modern day. Perhaps their miniature wings carried them to other climes. Perhaps they were hunted to extinction, or perhaps, just perhaps, they still live among us, hidden away far from human view. All right. Are we going to get attacked when we get to the gate by the people who want the book?
Leaving so soon, stranger?
Okay.
We've been watching you from a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introduction. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make, but by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an imp. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
And how do you propose to do that? Really? This is the best you got?
Let's see, shall we?
Dude's got a blindfold on. Like, can he even see me? Sorry, my guy. Tough luck for you. You kind of got thrown up against 3 demigods. There you go. As fate would have it. We have a lot of money, I'm realizing. Oop. Excuse me. Wonder if there's a trophy for 1,000,000 gil.
Impressive, but we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind.
Okay.
It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history.
Of course not.
A series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief.
They're not wrong there.
Believe that a set of events occurred for a reason. That belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all.
People need pain.
Keep the book. For now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait. Damn it.
Come on.
Let's get this back to Vivian.
She just magicked herself away, like himself. Sorry.
Ready, go?
All right. It's time to say goodnight to the kids, pretty much. So I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be back at 5 past a half hour. So 35. Okay. All right. Back sooner than expected. Which quest was this for? We got the book. We went to the bearer prison. So what's this?
All right.
Let's keep moving, girl. You'll be all right. How is it that you land on this tiny little sliver of nothing, but then you can't jump up the rest of the way? Like, I have to go down, then up? Is there a ramp over here? Doesn't seem like it. But I guess there is. Ah, there are the stairs. All right.
No need to ride from here.
Okay.
This must be the orphanage.
Orphanage.
The still here.
Oh. Okay. This is the one that the curse breaker wanted us to do. Potion. Useful. Conditioning schedule. Today's exercise will consist of the press yard, 20 sandbags for such duration as instructor shall dictate. The furnace, burn intensity to be gradually increased. Live combat, 1 to 3 hellhounds depending on performance.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
Writ of incorporation. The Kingdom of Elude hereby incorporates this institution, wherein juvenile bearers are to be granted the opportunity to give themselves in service to the state as soldiers. Trainees succumbing to the crystal's curse or otherwise perishing are to be disposed of with all haste. The graveyard is strictly reserved for the uncursed. Bearer disposal within its bounds is punishable by death.
Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
Maybe in here? No, I guess it was. Or I guess I needed to find one more clue in here before. Wait. I've recently learned that my own daughter was among the children turned to stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. I had not so much as thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe, but inquiries with the military confirmed it. It was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood. And now I see her everywhere. Today, one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile, the smile she inherited from her mother, the mother I killed for giving birth to a bearer. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me. My daughters, my wife's, all of them, all those children. So many have died at my hand. I can bear the guilt no longer. And so I have decided tomorrow I too must die. It will be the last order I give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject them to. I will command them to tear me limb from limb and inter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree whose crooked hands reach to the sky in supplication. And beside me, my shame, my curse, the record of all their names, of all those I have wronged.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
Maybe we fight a zombie. A Kashik zombie.
A forked white tree. This must be the place.
A little grave digging.
Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Yep. Lithification.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery? Where is only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Akashic zombies. Obviously. There was never going to be anything else.
Nice try.
1.5. Close, but no dice. Just about it, I would say.
I'm done.
Yep. All right, Herman.
I hear that you traveled to Ash. Sid, did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
Here you are, one bearer registry.
If I may, the bearer registry.
Yes, sir.
The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived.
Bet you they got sent to the prison
Their names
and
are
fed to the others.
The ones we lost, my friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces. Like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return.
This quest line gives me very strong
They'd be happy to know that you
V for Vendetta vibes.
But why did I make it out alive when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back.
Sure won't.
Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valistia will know of our suffering.
Good.
And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
That's good, man.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Not even a problem. Not even the slightest problem.
What else could it be?
Oh, they're talking about Origin. Let's talk to Vivian. See what she has to say about the book.
Vivian, I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors.
Yep.
And I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something, that the truth is just a matter of collective belief, and that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does, but it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed, provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one.
Mm-hmm.
As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter.
Okay.
A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance.
Okay.
I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded.
Okay.
Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive.
Of course.
When enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Least I can do, right? Well, I've gotten a bunch of stuff from my chambers, so I wonder how many pieces I'm missing now.
There's something about it. I feel like it's calling.
Let's go check it out. Uh-oh. The missives have quests in them. Because of course they do. Oh, I'm missing 3. That's it. 3 more things. From my memory wall. All right. We have a bunch of stuff to read, apparently. But making amends. Oh, a Prince Dion quest. Okay.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Let's double check a couple things. My Lord Marquez, I write to thank you for the kind consideration you've shown for those whose names are written within the books of in the pages of the Book of Martyrs. I know it would move them deeply to know that the first shield of the Phoenix laments their passing. Though each and every member of our order stands ready to sacrifice their lives in service of the Phoenix, I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go will regret for the long years of duty left undone, that they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Rossfield such as yourself may surely go some way to soothing their sorrows. But what was the guy's name? The greatest gift. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. That afternoon on Man's Hill was our very first adventure. But somehow I knew even then that it would not be our last. I'll never forget that day. Simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me, that half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift. Jill. Oh. Let's see. I'm not so foolish to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart, just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its grime. It takes effort, persistence, and a little more often than not, a stiff brush and a bucket of lye. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. We must now decide whether to embrace or to waste it. Wise man once said that the night is always darkest before the dawn. It is a good thing I count one who burns so bright amongst my friends. Lubor. Very cool. We're not going to read the rest of these right now. What we are going to do is call it a day. We have a little bit left to do. And so when we come back to this next Tuesday, we're going to complete our 2 quests that we have here. And then I believe we'll be going into Origin. So that'll be possibly, I don't know, but next Tuesday might possibly be the last Final Fantasy XVI stream, as we will complete the game. But I have no clue, because I have no clue what's left. Thursday, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've been enjoying Elden Ring, but I'm not sure that that's what we want to keep playing on the stream. We need to get into Dawn Trail actually properly. I have a bunch of stuff to do in the 2 MMOs that we're playing. So we'll just have to wait and see how I feel about those. All right. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to seeing you next time. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. And I'll see you on Thursday. Peace out.